Once upon a time, a beautiful princess lived in a grand palace surrounded by gardens. One day, she went near a quiet pond to play. She carried her favorite golden ball, which her loving father had gifted her. She was very happy, enjoying the peaceful moment near the water. The princess tossed her golden ball into the air again and again, smiling with joy. Suddenly, she missed catching it, and the ball fell into the deep pond. The water swallowed it instantly. She stood shocked for a moment. Then sadness filled her heart as she realized it was lost. The princess sat near the pond, crying helplessly. The golden ball was very special to her because it was a gift from her father. She wished someone could help her. Just then, a small green frog slowly appeared near the edge of the pond and spoke to her. The frog asked the princess why she was crying. At first, she was surprised that a frog could talk. She explained her problem sadly. The frog listened carefully and then offered to help her retrieve the golden ball, but he asked for something important in return. The frog said he would bring the golden ball back if the princess allowed him to live with her in the palace. He wanted to eat from her plate and stay close to her. The princess, desperate to get her ball back, quickly agreed without thinking much. The frog dived into the pond and disappeared under the water. After a few moments, he came back holding the shining golden ball in his mouth. The princess felt overjoyed. She quickly grabbed the ball from him, forgetting about her promise, and ran back to the palace. The frog was left behind, feeling disappointed. However, he did not give up. He slowly made his way to the palace, determined to remind the princess of her promise. Meanwhile, the princess returned home happily, ignoring what she had agreed earlier. That evening, while the princess was having dinner with her father, there was a knock on the palace door. When the door was opened, the frog was standing there. The princess felt shocked and uncomfortable seeing him again in such a place. The frog spoke politely and reminded the princess of her promise. The king, her father, heard everything. He believed promises should always be kept. He advised his daughter to honor her word, no matter how strange or uncomfortable the situation seemed. Reluctantly, the princess allowed the frog inside the palace. She felt uneasy but followed her father's instructions. The frog sat near her during dinner and asked to share her food. Though she disliked the idea, she slowly began accepting his presence. Days passed, and the frog stayed with the princess in the palace. At first, she found it difficult, but gradually she started getting used to him. The frog was kind and friendly. Slowly, their strange companionship turned into a real friendship. The princess began to see beyond the frog's appearance. She noticed his gentle behavior and kind words. He never demanded anything beyond what was promised. Over time, she started caring for him genuinely, and their bond became stronger day by day. One night, the frog told the princess a secret. He revealed that he was not an ordinary frog, but a prince under a magical spell. A wicked enchantment had transformed him into a frog, and only true friendship and trust could break the curse. The princess listened carefully and felt sympathy for him. She realized that keeping her promise had brought her closer to understanding him. Her kindness and acceptance were slowly helping him. She no longer saw him as strange, but as a true companion. The next morning, something magical happened. The princess woke up and saw that the frog was no longer there. In his place stood a handsome young prince. She was amazed and confused at the sudden transformation. The prince smiled and explained that the spell had been broken. Because the princess kept her promise and treated him with kindness, the magic ended. He thanked her for her honesty and compassion, which helped him return to his true form. The princess felt happy and proud. She realized that her actions had made a big difference. She learned that promises should not be taken lightly. Even though it was difficult at first, fulfilling her promise brought a wonderful reward. The king welcomed the prince warmly into the palace. Everyone was happy to see the transformation. The prince and princess spent more time together, now as true friends, understanding and respecting each other deeply. Over time, their friendship grew stronger, and they lived happily in the palace. The princess never forgot the lesson she had learned. She became wiser and more responsible, always thinking carefully before making promises. The story teaches us an important moral. Keeping promises is not always easy, but it shows honesty and strength of character. When we stay true to our word, good things often follow. Like the princess, we should always try to fulfill our promises.